What's going on, everybody? Drew to Smash back at you with Sic'Em Baylor Bears Dynasty, and we're back after a just heartbreaking national championship loss to the Michigan Wolverines. We had a chance at the very end of the game, and as you guys know, we came up just short. So at the end of year one here at Sic'Em Bears Dynasty, we had a 12 and 3 record, by far a success based on how things have gone traditionally for this program. It hasn't been great. So, huge step in the right direction for us. And we're going to go ahead and get into the off season here, and we'll see what happens. Could a bigger school possibly come in and try and poach Coach Tama? It's likely. It's likely, I will say. We've been grinding here at Baylor on the recruiting trail and a lot of other places to try and get this program to where it needs to be. Baylor is a hit or miss kind of football school right now. We're trying to build it to be consistent, but we're working on it. It's only year one, guys. It's only year one. No need to panic. But next year is going to be interesting. I will say that 100%. All right, Jamar Vincent broke the rushing record for a season. Markeith Davis broke the career rushing touchdown mark. Daryl Fitch broke the passing record for a single season. Britt breaking the receiving touchdown record. Obviously, our offense was very effective. All right. With that, again, 12 and 3 to start the year one at Sic'Em Bears Dynasty. So we are very happy with that. However, we're here at the coaching carousel in North Carolina. Had Mac Brown retire. They're calling up Coach Tomo. We ain't going to North Carolina, and they'll hire Mike Yurcik to take over that program. Georgia Tech would be an interesting program to take over. Would be a lot of fun, but sorry, Scott Frost, after doing a great job at Bowling Green, will take that job. And then Arkansas, yeah, we're just not interested. Brian Newberry, former Baylor alum, Sic'Em Bears, as well as the head coach at Old Dominion, will take the Arkansas job. Auburn opening up, and that will go to Nick Howell. Shane Beamer fired at South Carolina, and they'll hire Chris Hampton. Sonny Dykes out at TCU, interesting. And Al Golden, the DC in Michigan, will take that job. Fleck out at Minnesota, and Minnesota will go a different direction. NC State firing Dave Dorn, and they get Steve Sarkisian to take over that program. That will be interesting. Cal getting rid of Ted Roof, and they'll hire Brett Bielema. Pitt going a new direction with Brent Dearman. Florida Atlantic looking to replace Mike Yurcik, and they'll go Lamar Morgan out of Akron. Maryland going to keep Mike Loxley. Interesting. Middle Tennessee State switching coaches. Rice hiring Kalen DeBoer, my former offensive coordinator hire back in the day at Colorado. Great choice there. He'll do great things at that program. So, other than that, we're just going to kind of. Oh, we just lost our offensive coordinator. Son of a bitch, Jeff Thorne is gone. So we'll see who we hire in his replacement. Dabo Sweeney going to Kent State. Look at that. The fall from grace that has been Dabo's career here. But Brett Venables going to Akron. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Georgia State. Sonny Dykes going to be the offense coordinator for Kirby Smart. That's not good. Jason Candle will go back to, I believe he was the OC at Colorado at one point, I believe. Jeff Collins going to go be the DC. Georgia hiring another loaded staff. And say at least Shane Beamer going to Michigan. Sanford going to Penn State. Vic Koenig. Pardon me. Interesting moves. Miami. PJ Fleck OC. Love. That's a great move. Dave Dorn going to Tulsa. Nebraska going to keep Rhett Lashley. All right. Who's our new offense coordinator? Jake Lewis out of Wisconsin. I don't think he has any prior coaching experience, but nonetheless, we'll go ahead and move on. Interesting indeed. All right. Here we are. Coaching changes. All right, let's take a look at what happened around the Big 12. That's what we mostly care about. Again, we got a new OC, Jake Lewis. We'll see what happens there. Other than that, just a lot of extensions. Heupel left Oklahoma State, but that was kind of about it. So, all right, let's go allocate these points here. Great. We'll go ahead, letter of intent for us. And Jake Lewis is level 1. Fuck. That's not good. Don't like that. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead, pull up our players leaving file here. Alright, we'll see who's staying, who's going of Baylor. As well, we will check out Colorado just because I know some of you guys are probably curious. Daryl Fitch will be a projected 4th round guy, and Derek Thomas, our right tackle, projected 7th. Other than that, we do not have anybody else going to the draft. Alright, we're going to go check out Colorado just because of some of the namesakes here. But Dion Anderson is declaring and is projected to be a 1st round pick. No surprise there. Beck a 2nd. Burns a 3rd. Caleb Keys will stick around for Colorado. Jeff Kelly 4th. Sean Hackett 5th round declaring. J.J. McDonald projected 7th. Morris Newell is going to stick around. And Andre Ward is going to stay instead of transfer. It's a good keep by Colorado, but otherwise you got Greg Walton, who never really saw the field, but Mario Robinson, very good. Travis Tolbert was awesome for us. George Brown, Pete Ginn, Jeremy Coley, Curtis Breedlove. A lot of names of good players we put at the program of Colorado. So, but with that, I will be back with you guys in just a second. I'm going to reload into the Dynasty. Alright guys, and we are back. And with that, like I kind of alluded to, players leaving. We have our 2 draft picks, and that's about it. So let's go ahead and advance here to transfer requests, see if we get any transfers. Our draft results, we ended up with 3 guys getting picked. Jamar Vincent creeping his way into the 7th round. That a baby Jamar. Love to see it. And then we'll go check out the buffs again, finalize kind of where guys got drafted. Where's Dion Anderson? Anyway, Burns, Beck, Kelly, Breedlove, McDonald, Ostrander, and Sean Hackett are the draft picks there. I don't know what happened to Dion Anderson. Anyway, no transfer requests wanting to come to Baylor, so we're going to go ahead and just move on to recruiting. where we're going to look to try and put the final touches on a recruiting class that I personally am very excited about. We have 4 scholarships remaining before National Signing Day. We're currently sitting with the 5th ranked class in the country, so hopefully these 4 guys that we can get to commit here. We got 13,000 points. We're going to start out with just Matt Morris here. Easy. We'll go search. We'll go 1,000 points. I don't think it'll take much for us to get Mr. Matt Morris, but we'll give him 1,000. Willie Cooper, again, is a good player. We would love to have him join the roster. But with that being said, we're going to put him at about 3,500 points there. Jason Watkins is going to be the last one because he's the kind of crown jewel, if you will. We'll go 4,000 to Mike Brown for him, and then that remaining points will go to Jason Watkins to try and secure him over some big time schools. So that is going to be how our recruiting breaks down, and let's see how we wrap up for National Signing Day. Come on, big time money. Give me all 4. Come on, baby. We fucking didn't get Willie Cooper. God damn it. Alright, let's see where we finished in regards to how do we get blown out by that much. Alright, well, Willie Cooper's going to Notre Dame, so we missed out on him. We do get Jason Watkins, though. Big time get for us as an athlete. And then we get Mike Brown to come join our defensive outside linebacker room. And then we get Matt Morse. So looking at the guys that the computer signed one player, I don't know who it was. We finished 6th ranked nationally after signing day. I think it was this tight end. I didn't sign, or wait, no, I signed that tight end. I don't know. We'll see. But let's look at our recruiting class finalized. So we get Jamal Matthews, most likely going to be our starting quarterback next year. 4-star quarterback. Matt Morris going to be a long-term backup. We get Bowling and Pat Jones. Very excited for those two to team up in the backfield. John Sullivan and John Muhammad coming in at wide receiver. Thomas West and Alan Thomas going to be 2 really good tight ends. Offensive line, we got 2, Braylon Weldon as well as Thomas Green, so we'll see how those 2 fit in. Alton Johnson comes over as a D-end, same with Chris Gilmore. Excited for those guys. Mike Brown, Caleb Casey, Kyle Holt, David Jackson, all will come add some linebacker depth for us. Roderick Mack going to be our star corner. Joe Brown and Chase Weber we'll look to develop and kind of make some more ballers out of. Ryan Ware should be extremely good. Antoine Miller, pumped for this guy. Going to be a beast for us in the secondary. Then we get Jason Watkins, Lawrence Blanco, and Jake Palmer as far as athletes go. So overall was a great start to year 1 recruiting. Excited to see how this can continue to propel us into the future of Sic'Em Bears Dynasty. Alright, position changes. Let's go through it. Quarterback. Nobody changing here. Obi Darby. I mean, it's a great name, but you suck. Like I said, Jamal Matthews, 99% chance he's our guy next year. Looking at the running back position, we do return James Peterson as well as Ken Parks, the guy that transferred in. But we had Quentin Bowling and Pat Jones, so we got some speed at the position now. Stevie Carroll's back for another year. We have Anthony Rogers, Brian Bowling, Trey Williams, Ben Brady, and then Muhammad and Sullivan, as well as Lee Matthews. So we'll see how these guys progress and kind of take it from there. Charlie Justice is back at tight end, but we have two really good athletic tight ends that we brought in, so we'll see what happens there. Brandon Edwards is back at left tackle. Then we have Leonard Cole. Deontay Gray back at guard with Chris Brown. Quentin Thomas at center. We're going to move... let's just move Fowler to center. And then we don't have any right tackles. That's kind of problematic. As we're going to bump Cole all the way over from his spot there, and then we'll move Thomas Green to tackle as well. I need some really good progression there from those guys, please. So that will be our O-line. Left end, Chris Gilmore, Scott Collins, and Aaron Ewing. Then we got Alton Johnson, Anthony Houston, Jared Wright was the guy that the computer signed, I guess. Not bad. Not bad at all. D-tackle, we don't have Jack. Move him to left. Kick Gilmore to D-tackle, I guess. I gotta have some sort of depth there, and Gilmore makes the most sense. Alright, moving to linebacker. We get Ellis Griffith back. Big time player for us. Patrick Lewis looks to be good. Mike Brown, and then John Buchanan. Middle linebackers looks good with the addition of David Jackson. We got some speed brewing in that room that we got to continue to develop. And then Casey, Will, and then Kyle Holt. I like where we are headed with our linebacking core. Corners, Leroy Newton, going to be back for next year. Roderick Mack, Mike Cox, pause for laughter. And then we got Joe Brown and Chase Weber going to come in and contribute. Alright, safety position. Matt Wilson, you're good. You're good to start. Chad Gray, also good. Antoine Miller, Terrence Pittman, Ryan Ware. I like what we have. Overall, I like how the roster is turned a little bit in our favor. Alright, let's look at our athletes. Where are we going to put these guys? Jason Watkins, 81, running back. Probably not. With the guys we have, I think corner is a perfect spot for Jason Watkins. Let's build the depth there. Lawrence Blanco, 79 overall quarterback. Probably not. Well, let's look. Not. Oh, we're going to come back to Blanco. Palmer is a 74 overall quarterback. Doesn't really do anything else good besides wide receiver. He'll play wide receiver. Alright, Mr. Blanco. What am I going to fucking do with you? Could play corner. God. Bowling makes the most sense to actually, if we don't, 74. Oh. Blanco's got to be a wide receiver. I want Bowling at running back, and Blanco can be a very explosive kind of slot receiver for us. and add some more speed to the position. Same with like Jake Palmer. But yeah, that's just what we got to do, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and move to the training results. Alright, and you guys know what time it is. Back to loading up the Dynasty utility tool. And we'll get our player progression in there. And then we'll load back into the Dynasty once that's done. Alright. I mean, hopefully you guys are enjoying this off season. It's been a good one so far. Uh, Nailed a top recruit that we got signed, so that we were aiming to get. So again, this program's heading in a right direction. I'd say we're heading probably in a better direction faster than where we were at with Colorado, but we'll see. So quick glimpse there. And we'll load back in Dynasty here in a second and show you guys what's going on. Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gents. Alright, let's go look through our roster here. So Darby +2, okay. Ken Parks +2, looking good. Carroll drops -4. Rogers +4. Bowling +1. Williams +4. +3 to Lee. Ben Brady, nothing. Charlie Justice, nothing. +4 for Brandon Edwards. Gray +4. Nice there for Quentin Thomas. -3 for Roy Palmer. That's not good. Leonard Cole, only +1, so right tackle's going to be a giant hole for us. Scott Collins +3. Not really going to be that beneficial for us. Anthony Houston +1. Clint Wheeler gets +2, +3 for Steve Reed. Griffith +3, like that. Lewis +1. Buchanan even gets an upgrade. Shelton +4. Burley +4. +3, 4, 4. Good upgrades there from middle linebackers. Will Robinson +5. Good there. Leroy Newton +3. Love it. +5 to Mike Cox. Love it. Steve Rhodes, nice upgrade. Ryan Rivera continues to get worse. Terrence Pittman +4. +4 to Hawkins. Matt Wilson with a nice +4. Same with Chad Gray. Great. Our upgrades did well for us. We had a few guys take some regression, not get any better, but that will happen when you use the utility tool. It is much harder to build a team than in the base game. Alright, we don't have to cut anybody, but yeah, we need to get some fuckers out of here, like Ben Brady, get out. O-line, I don't have the privilege of cutting anybody there. We won't cut anybody there, not there. John Buchanan, you're kind of a waste of space. Won't cut anybody there, not there. Rivero, you can just pack your bags. And then we'll leave everybody else, and we just got to continue to recruit at a high level. So we'll go ahead and move to the custom conferences here, as the computer will evaluate everybody and so forth and so on. Alrighty. Resetting skill trees, we'll look at that real quick. Yes, we will reset Bill McGovern's, because I like to have my man coverage kind of squared away. Alright. Cool. And then, yeah, Jake Lewis doesn't have anything. As far as adjusting our conferences go, there's nothing really to do at this point that I think would make sense. Um, Pac-12 is doing well. The Mega SEC, the Mega Big Ten, the ACC, and then the Big 12. Let's just stand pat. I think conferences are doing well as far as competitive balance goes for a good chunk of it, I would say. All right, cool. And then we will advance to the preseason, and that will just about do it. And your Baylor Bears are going to start this season ranked 17th in the country. Let's go, baby. I'm going to go through and adjust some player likeness and things like that, so that way, we're looking fresh and clean out on the field with some of our guys that are going to be out there making an immediate impact, and there will be plenty of that. So make sure you guys get ready. I'll probably actually handle most of the preseason stuff all in kind of off screen, and then I will be with you guys for week one, and we'll have a extended week one episode. So with that, I hope you guys all have a blessed day. Drew to Smash signing off. Have a good one, and please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will catch you guys as we get ready to kick off season 2. And never forget, Sic'Em Bears!